Taking a shot, scoring. Atlas on the board early.
Connor, Coach T, this is the game. This is the game. Can Atlas score after a face-off win? Because they're going to win every single face-off. So you get Costabile on the field quickly. There's only one substitution, and there's a sense of urgency. We saw Dennis shoot right away. You get Costabile on a short stick. Granted, it's Tarafinko, but he aggressively goes at the cage. That's the type of offensive urgency and type of strategy we need to see from Atlas.
Here comes Chris Gray. Look at that speed. He got open. Beautiful pass to Dixon and finishes.
This is beautiful ball movement and great action. You're gonna get that Dennis dodge. He quickly swings it to Gray, so that defender on Dennis goes from on ball to now, I gotta navigate this two-man. Wait, I'm on ball, wait. Who's covering who? Dixon, a sneak from behind the cage. Kind of catches Tarafinko sleeping a little bit behind the cage there. You can see the frustration by Tarafinko, but I love that action by Atlas offensively.
In practice, that says a lot about him right there. Bouncer goes. Chrome on the board. And it's Cross Ferrara, the hero in their last win, which was opening weekend of the year, by the way. It seems like forever ago in Albany. He hit the game winner, and now he puts him on the board here today.
In the lineup because of his speed, and here you can see him turn on the afterburners, get a step upfield, does wisely right here, takes that extra step to glory and absolutely nails that.
Dixon inverted, working on Tarafinko. Good looking front, Law scores. You've seen that a few times, Coach. He's scored a lot of goals like that this year and in his entire professional career.
There's no question. What happens defensively when you get in that inverted situation is you start to get worried. And so everybody turns, starts looking at the ball, and one simple back cut like that, it's in the back of the net. What a feat.
I love the synergy between Dixon and Law. You talk about two high-level IQ guys.
That again, Nick Grill trying to do his best. Shot score quickly off the face-off. Check that. That was Eli Salama who took the draw. Didn't matter for Chrome as Atlas, exactly the point you just made moments ago, right off the draw, got a good shot and they buried it.
Yeah, this is the recipe for Atlas. You've got an offensive midfielder, Curry. Baptista's going to go reverse plunger here. So with that move, he's able to quickly get the ball himself, push in transition. You got to respect Baptista transition.
The clock winding down, both shot clock and first quarter clock. Curry up front. Boy, Gray's going to get a great look here and buries it.
So the announcer's curse, I ask why would you call timeout there? And they bury one, right? Of course. What do I know? But this is a beautifully designed play coming out of that timeout. And Stephen Brooks, their offensive coordinator, has been one of the best in the league in terms of out of timeout play. Curry draws the double team, identifies Gray, who takes an extra step, a couple of edge fakes to get Scanoni off of his line. So that's why you call timeout.
Wanted none of it. Now we're going the other way. This is where Chrome has to make hay. And they do. Cross Ferrara with the goal. He's got both of them for Chrome, and they're hanging in there here early second.
He's been the bright spot for Chrome offensively. The dodge in the first quarter. Here he shows off his range. Fast break. Dennis is out there defensively. That shouldn't look right. So he rotates. Got some communication error behind the play, and Ferrara wisely steps into one.
Shot hit the outside of the cage. Scanoni trying to dig it out. Finally does. We get a whistle. We got Tucker Durkin under the helmet, powered by Cash App on the defensive end. Let's take a listen. That is great sound as Will.
Gift the Old Spice Holiday Pack with $50 value, including products and coupons for 24/7 holiday freshness.
With Cascade Platinum Plus, I load this and get this. Dare to dish differently.
Haas and Tucker Durkin collided, and Haas got the better of it, and getting the better of Concannon as well.
Another goal by Chrome in transition. You push the pace. Atlas makes it pay physically, but it still shows up on the scoreboard. Chrome showing some signs of life here offensively.
Atlas. Big shot that time from Kobe Smith. 2-point goal. How many times do we talk about something in the pregame show and it comes to fruition in the game? Smith playing on the LSM because of his ability to score in transition, and he gives us two right there.
Coach Pressler talked about it. He had the ability to be an offensive guy.
Well, and it's all that big box fake. You can see this fake throwback right there. Freezes Chrome defensively. And Smith showing off his range. Not to be denied from distance.
Mentally, when you know you're going to have the ball back, but in this game...
Anderson scores for Chrome. Had a word or two for Brett Makar as well when he buried that one past Concannon, and Chrome, again, just hanging in there.
He's shot out of a cannon, coming right out of the substitution box. He gets the ball with space, turns on the afterburners, and you can see he's got Costabile matched up on him one-on-one. You better support there, and you got Dennis on the slide. So you got two offensive midfielders trapped back on defense.
Gray. Costabile, you saw him open near side. Step down, scores!
That had some heat on it.
And perfect placement.
That had some heat on it. Beautiful find by Gray. Gonna dodge down the alley, ran out of real estate, looks up, finds Costabile on this skip pass. And Costabile able to wind up, use his defender as a screen, and just destroy the top right-hand corner. Just a mild 96, just like the weather outside, Cotter.
Correct.
Run with him out, you're fine. 2 man out. 2 man out. You're good, you're alone. You're alone, drive. Drive, contact. Drive out, drive. Drive. Drive, good, sit, check.
Disappointment all over his voice as Gray beats him, extends that Atlas lead back up to 5.
Curry again on an invert, causing problems with the one-on-one part. Well, that makes the defense start to watch the ball, and you saw a great cut.
Yeah, you can see Giles Harris loses Gray just for a split second.
I mean, that's, as you said in the beginning of the game, that's going to be the story of this game, and it hasn't worked very well for Atlas. Fortunately for them, though, every other part has, except for that possession right there. Beautiful finish for the Chrome. And a little bit of fisticuffs and malfeasance, if you will.
Play that gets wiped out, even face-off.
Push on the play wiped off. Jackson Morrill with a nifty move on the crease.
It's a nice little throwback to King, who wisely identifies the one more. And Morrill takes that extra step, that little pump fake to get Concannon off of his line. You always have more time in there than you think. You think you have to rush. No, you've always got time to throw that one little hitch fake. The reverse plunger there by Baptiste to win that.
They're looking for early offense. Ferrara is and scores! Hat trick for Cross Ferrara.
Chrome in transition. This has really been the recipe for them all game. Wisnauskas, the beautiful skip pass to Ferrara. Atlas a little disorganized behind the play. And Ferrara makes them pay.
One of the most beautiful things about this league is when you see a Division III guy or a guy.
Worked so hard to get his hands free, and then he wasn't even close on the shot. The scoop shot by King. Coach, you spent a lot of time recruiting and finding kids north of the border. That is quintessential, isn't it?
It really is, and Jesse King is the guy, the Canadian guy that just can do it all. And you can see the two guys that Coach Sudan put King and Ferrara in the lineup, and they're the ones who are doing what they have to do.
And we talked about off-ball. I mean, Danny Logan is draped all over King here.
Resetting a bit here as we're halfway through this fourth quarter. 9-7 is our score. Beautiful cut, beautiful feed, and a goal by Law.
Better pay attention to Eric Law. Because Tito put it in his stick for him.
Atlas needed to stop the bleeding. And when that's the scenario, who do you trust? Do you trust T? Came into today leading the league in assists. And you trust Law, third in goals, 50% shooting.
Second half is bizarre. T working on the shorty. This is a good matchup for him. He takes a shot, and it goes in. Got a little English on the far post.
This has been there all game. All game. And we're looking at each other like, do it.
Come on.
Take it.
I love this player. He's one of the best in the world, and I don't know, he just wants to keep his teammates in it or what, but he's got to be a little bit more aggressive, and you see what happens when a player like him starts to take the game into his hands.
I mean, look at the accuracy on this. This is going to ring off the foot, off the post, off the shaft, and in. I mean, wow.
Donville began the year with chaos. Just didn't have any room for him. He thought they really fit what they wanted to do in terms of Canadian box lacrosse background. Seems to have found a home here with Cannons. Good shot by Lyle. Wow. How did he get enough mustard on that card?
Because his sixth sense is at a completely different level than every lacrosse player in the universe. You watch the ball movement here. This is gorgeous. Behind the cage, Stephen Rafis understands ball movement and rotation. The ball gets up top, and then the force feed to Lyle Thompson. The rules are different when you pass to a guy like Lyle Thompson. He looked covered. He's never covered. If his stick is right by his head, you give him the rock.
Now atop the ledger all by himself in terms of goals this year. He's only played in 6 games, but he leads the PLL in goals and scoring.
And who made that pass? Jonathan Donville. We talk about these guys and understanding their strengths and playing well off each other. The Donville-Thompson connection, Jonathan Donville knows, like, the Lyle Thompson rules are different. You give him the ball when there's just a sliver of a seam in terms of an opening.
Nat making his changes. Bertrand coming in. Blows right by Abbott. Now switches to his left and fires it wide. You can see the athleticism with Bertrand. I mean, he just ran right by Abbott that time. Now Pinnell coming upfield. Slide comes quickly to Kavanaugh, and he scores!
This is gorgeous finish by Matt Kavanaugh, but a better feed by Rob Pinnell. Rob, what's allowed you to have a different level of vision tonight with these 2 back-to-back assists?
I love assists. Just keep passing to my teammates. Trust them that they're going to finish. We're doing a great job right now offensively, sharing the ball. Just got to keep it going here. A lot of game left.
These last 2 weeks, I've seen a different Charlie Bertrand. When you watch him play, what pops?
I mean, he's just great. He does it all. He's playing confident here in his second year. He's got hands for inside, yet he can dodge, with the best of them. So great playing with Birdie, and, he's got a hell of a career ahead of him.
Thank you, Rob.
Thank you, Rob. Sun Chlorella powering athletes under the helmet. Fast start for the Woods tonight, up 5-2. T.D. Erlin's done a nice job at the stripe. He's banged up earlier in the year. It's the only thing you can explain. I mean, he had such a great year last year. Yeah, and then this year he struggled so much the first 3 or 4 weeks of the year, and he's been great the last couple of weeks.
He's one of the best passers of all time. This is a team that struggled with assists, right? Lowest in the league. But that's not reflective of the last couple of weeks and his health, because when he's distributing at this kind of level, they're different. Like, he is a next level quarterback his entire career. He sees the game differently as a passer. You heard him. I love to pass to my teammates. That's his DNA.
And maybe he'll get Cav going too. Perkovic over to Kavanaugh. Goes up to get it. Loose ball Jones, he just uses that length, hammered by 3 different members of this Cannon team. Couldn't get a shot off before the shot clock ran out. Cannon's the other way. The younger of the Islanian brothers.
Palasek, shot clock down to 5. Skip pass on the crease, and we got our first goal of the season. It's Bradley Voigt.
All 6 guys are in front of the cage, and you see that early action, that 2-man game, that creates a little bit of leverage, and then a beautiful no-look cross crease feed by Wasserman.
With Teat, you have Gray on the right, who virtually could do the same thing.
This is what we're in for today at the stripe. Neither yielding an inch. And round 2 to Baptiste. Flips it over, shot, score!
And push it forward, he draws Eppel and a backhand flip, and the Teat, that little hitch, he lets Hallenbeck, that short stick defensive midfielder, run by him, get to the middle of the field, increase your angle, and bang!
And it'll be a turnover.
Whoa.
And an opportunity for the Chrome, and now another one and a goal!
Transition, you're seeing Rogers rings one off the pipe, and Salama continues his hot streak early this season.
Double team comes in, passes out of it. Scanone with the stop. Clutch.
And here come the Chrome.
Fed ahead, transition, perfection.
Right here, look at the strength. He runs through the man. Get off of me. Get off of me. Wisnauskas puts it right back on the money.
Here's McCardle, 10 to shoot. Down low, scooped up by Sowers. And he buries the rebound. Oh, yeah. Right on the money.
Right on the money with a bounce pass. Again, here it is.
Magic Johnson-esque.
Oh. They only have 1 2-point shot by Salama. Oh, the backhand. Oh, the fake. And the goal.
Sharing the ball, whoop, behind the back. Nolting finds the net. Cannon's statement.
Rogers on the field. Still got a pole in the offensive end. Good look. This will be a goal.
Offensively, the jam in the crease, quick turnover.
Quick offense from the Woods. Garnsey thought about it. Back to X for Pinnell. This is his office. Right back to Garnsey. Give and go and money for Ryder. Been good from 3.
Match up, match.
Inside the feed. Behind the back. Another highlight for Atlas.
Part of a 6-1 run. I don't know how Chris Gray held onto that ball. And then the trust to throw to the long pole.
Here on the power play. Ambler. Over to Manny. Nice pass. Schreiber up top. Over the shoulder. Shoot, score! Great ball movement. Ends in an Archer goal.
You're going to see it set up by this skip pass. Manny skips it all the way across. And Schreiber finishes things off a little casual behind the back. Inside to Holman with the high bouncer. Reardon actually got a piece of that.
The Towers Chaos head coach joining us for the start of this 4th quarter. Yard sale. I'll tell you what, we talk Archer's offense. This defense is playing really well today, too. And it leads to a goal. Jumping in, Marcus Holman.
Marcus, don't want to break up your celebration there with Ahmet. Kind of a funky game right now in terms of the penalties. How do you guys kind of stabilize and move forward?
It's a shortage of tic-tac-toe.
Right. Pennell, though, can get that started. Even strength. Inside of Bertrand scores.
And the halfway slide. Look, he'll cut this off at X. And right here, the defense steps down to him. And Bertrand just finds the bubble, the soft spot. Pennell puts that right in the sweet spot.
Look to set a pick, maybe play a little two-man. Rexroad slides by it. Bernhardt's open and scores.
Midfielders have to get into the hole. You got Baccaro stuck on D, you got Crawley stuck on D. It's mass chaos. It leads to a layup. So great in his college career, continues to do so as a pro. I think he's a great candidate for Team USA.
Teeter to Law. It goes in.
Has been fast. Teat leans into the goal line extended. He draws that far defender across the face of the crease. Law reads it, so he cuts to the back post. Sliver of an angle.
26 and white. That's picked off. Water Dogs have numbers. Can they cash in transition? Walker the extra pass. McCardle continues his terrific form. The worst team in the league.
23 season, the PLL is underway here in Albany. Possession to the Redwoods. A chance to get on the board early, and they do! And who that we had in February in Virginia for that very reason right there. He was sniping from distance, beat it in front. Instead, shot, steered aside. Anthony DeMeo with the shot, and Buchanan does a nice job of steering it.
Who ties it all together?
One by you at 95 miles an hour on the run, both hands.
Garnsey getting whacked. Shoots, hits the pipe, and it's a goal. Got in. Officials led by Matty Palin making. Costabile thought about letting it go from two. Instead gets a better angle, and he scores. Montgomery makes the extra pass, and the extra pass to Garnsey, who buries it. Beautiful fast break offense by the
2-second shot clock. Water Dogs going quickly, and they score, wasting no time. Michael Sowers held to just one goal last week, scores the first tally of this one.
And this is really smart by Water Dogs offensively. They're going to trap TD Erlin. So Riley wins the faceoff, stays on the field, and immediately gets involved in the two-man game. So I love that strategy, Quinn. You get the switch, and Sowers doesn't hesitate, just immediately and aggressively goes right to the rack and dives across the crease, increases the shooting angle.
And it's just a brush, okay? That he's stationary at the time, but he's just there.
Burns left alone, and he scores. Made the Redwoods pay. Forcing the turnover quickly in front. There's your man, Berg. He's been doing it all season long, right on the mouth of the goal. The quintessential crease attack man from British Columbia puts the Woods on the board.
This is all about Romar Dennis. Romar Dennis dominated this possession. It starts defensively. Know your scout. You're involved in a two-man game on Josh Byrne. Let's blow that up. Let's double team that. I think he caught Byrne a little bit by surprise. But remarkable job by Dennis here. You're going to see this man sets the pick, and he explodes off of that. That double team causes the turnover. Dennis picks it up, and in transition, the Chaos are substituting behind the play, so Berg left all by himself right on the crease. But what an individual two-way effort there by Romar Dennis. About kind of sliding upfield, that would have been back-to-back.
Tried to pass inside, can't get it to go. Now behind the back, and the shovel shot goes. Beautiful offense.
That was filthy. Xander Dixon, the backhander off a behind-the-back feed from Chris Gray. You see Jones try to pump in the middle, the lob. Chris Gray picks up the loose change. The slickness the touch on this behind the back, and Dixon, he catches with his right hand, Charlotte. He doesn't have the space to then take it from that same angle, so he changes angles there just to get something on net.
He gets it out in a hurry. Then Logan fires a shot, and Kurse goes down to make the save. Number 20 in blue out of Villanova. Campbell got to his left and scores.
Perry over to Smith. Back to his right, got free and scores past the corner.
Dennis can pull it from range on the run.
Got his hands free, scores. That was automatic. He scores quickly the other way. That's Perry. The two-man game with Smith, loses his footing, now gets it back. Back up top to Abbott. 5 to shoot. Gonna have to let it fly. Gets it to Abbott down low, and he scores. Beautiful job working the shot clock.
5 men all in front of the...
But the ball's back on the ground, and Farrell levels his opponent. Big hit with on a shot that was going about 25 miles an hour. Oh, another chance in front for Archers. Big hit. That'll draw a flag.
Costabile to the cage, trail check. It comes to Troutner. Flag down.
Look who hit him. 52 in green. Watch your back.
Chaos wants to run. Great skip pass. Skittleman comes out and makes the hit. Legal hit.
2 faces this year.
Redwood's riding tough.
Woods all over it. We've got
Sharpen their throwbacks and looking sharp early. Redwood's doing exactly what they said they needed to do on the run, and it's Eddie Glazer who scores.
There's the drone footage. Glazer from 2. Downtown.
You got the Ticketmaster on the bottom. You can't cut them off.
Yeah, the champion did a tremendous job with these jerseys.
They look great.
They're awesome.
I say you wear them every week, but I don't really have a say, so I'll just call the game as I see it. TD, will he take a shot? He will. Gets in front and tries to twist it by Morocco, but can't. Now we'll get a flag on the play. It'll be a delayed call against Cannons.
Yeah, TD got rocked after that shot. Free play for the Woods. The men in green. There's Big Miles with the rock.
Getting it to Big Charlie Bertrand. Cav over to Miles. Loses it initially. Perkovic keeps it alive niftily. Kavanaugh, not close. Now we'll get the call from our officials. You can see the shoulder pads with those mesh jerseys. Sick. The only thing missing is a half shirt underneath that says property of Cannons Lacrosse.
Yes.
What do you got for us, Matty?
Foul on the play. Cannons, number 40, 1 minute, illegal body check. That play is going to be under review.
All right, that was the check you were talking about when TD was leveled.
Yep, that 1 minute, if replay deems it egregious, could go up to 2 minutes. I don't think that was egregious.
Great twister, though. How about that?
Yeah.
Finding the near post on that from a face-off guy.
So TD shoots here. Little twister there. A little bit late of a hit. I'd be shocked if this goes for more than a minute.
Jack Keelty.
Once you go into that 2 minute range, there's some intent there.
Yeah.
You know?
It's not quite like the NHL where you don't, like the NHL, you get a major if you draw blood. Like literally, the officials would look, is he bleeding? Oh, that's a major penalty right there.
What do we got here?
After further review, call stands. Cannons, number 40, 1 minute, illegal body check.
So the Woods will go on the Vineyard Vines power play for a full minute.
They're good on the power play. 43%, third in the league, because they have the outside shooters.
Mm-hmm.
You have to respect the outside, so there's some inside opportunities, because 15 and 16 can shoot from the parking lot.
And you got to love 41 inside, too. Bertrand Wright with his box lacrosse background.
Yes.
In tight quarters. Now you got Kavanaugh inside, rotated through. Here's Jonesy up top. Garnsey. Now inside, Pennell. Beautiful passing. Bertrand finishes it off. Perfection. When Rob Pennell makes this pass, I'm saying to myself, ooh, maybe one too many. But you had the finisher, Charlie Bertrand, who's emerging as a superstar in this league. You saw him last week in Dallas. Sports Center, #1 top play through the legs. This time a traditional overhand shot. He's losing his angle. The unselfishness of Rob Pennell. The finish of Charlie Bertrand. This is gorgeous. Catches it, uses the turf, bounces it to the upper corner, all smiles. Why not? Sports Center top 10 last week. He might make it again tonight. Sports Center follows us. I guarantee the producers are watching, and maybe they'll slide it in their top 10.
But back to that power play. You have the outside guys that you have to respect with Miles Jones, Sergio Perkovic. The passer in Rob Pennell, the finisher in Charlie Bertrand.
TD got it over to Pennell. Nakai. Over to John Sexton. Now he loses it. Possession's really favoring the Woods there for a while. How do the Cannons mix things up now? They'll shoot a 2-point goal. Pops that off a defender, stays with the Cannons. Here's Rafus, scored earlier in the day. Over to Islanian. Now Donville comes in.
With the save. Ogden's feeling it, skips it to the far side to O'Keefe. Gets his hand straight in the middle, shoots, hits the pipe. Free inside though, scores! Scooped in by Leclerc. Very Canadian of you, Trey Leclerc.
Get up, head.
You can hear Dobson shouting instructions from goal. Sowers takes a shot. Dobson again sees it all the way. Now he wants to go quickly. Gets free. Showing that speed and quickness. Backhand and scores! He exploded in the semifinals. Back at his comfortable attack spot. And he's doing it again here in the title game.
Going into today with the weather, the two guys we were most worried about are the quick little water bugs, Ament and Sowers. You can see from a footing perspective, no issues. He just turns on the jets, changes hands so he can get that stick back upfield, add a layer of deception, and back at it.
That is a high school teammate and a college teammate that he's taken to the rack. And Chris Sabia, he beats Sabia in space near the end.
With 32 seconds on the clock.
Even Sisselberger ran off, so they've got numbers.
And Reese took a 2-point shot, didn't work. Here come Archers quickly on the other side. Challen Rogers, the pass, the shot, the score! Matt Moore buries it, Archers.
They love transition.
Trying to muscle his way in, back out to Schreiber. On the shorty, down the alley, tough angle shot, takes it, scores! He had a sliver to work with, and he made it work.
And he used an incredible amount of deception with a little twister at the end of this. As he's running down the alley, he's losing angle, and he whips his stick across his head to increase it and put a little deception, a little English on that, Gark.
This is unbelievable, and you have to be so conscious of where you shoot against Dylan Ward because his wide base. The little subtle move to put the stick across his face changes everything from an angle perspective.
Work with on the offensive end. It's like the script has been completely flipped.
Support here, support. Hang on.
Conrad trying to work his way free. Shoots, scores!
Dogs needed that one. They needed to stop the bleeding. This huge Archers run. We talked about him early on. Big time player stepping up. 3 goals last year in the championship, 2 already in the first half.
There's 2 ways that you could work off of a roll dodge. One is accelerate and get to top speed. The other is use the momentum and the torque to take that shot from decent speed to heat, and that's exactly what.
Schreiber waits for the substitution pattern to complete itself. Ogden, full head of steam. Beautiful look to O'Keefe. Great pass, and finds Mac O'Keefe on the far pipe.
No Connor Fields. As crazy as it sounds for this offense.
Sowers, beautiful move.
Get here, you're
Door was shut by Challen Rogers, though. Now he's got Rogers on him, 10 to shoot. Caraway, he'll step into it, score!
Michael's dealing. Watch the eyes of Sowers. He knows the slide's coming quick, Ryan.
Dobson sees it, makes the save.
Sowers huddles him up after this left-handed rip on the run. No double team. It's just a late slide. Defensively, Caraway's got the matchup against Hawes, and you expect the defense to support. They don't. This is just too easy. Caraway left-handed down the alley, former Georgetown Hoya.
Lacrosse League debut. On the crease, Sowers denied by Sean Scanoni. Sowers, so crafty. Walker with an open net, and he takes advantage. Ethan Walker, the former Denver Pioneer, makes it 2 Zip Dogs.
This is a great example of the quickness and vision of Michael Sowers. Gets the defense hung up at X, draws a double team. X-ray vision to the backside. I mean, how does he even see Walker out of the corner of his eye? And he puts a strike. Walker's able to just catch it, crow hop, and find the back of the net. I mean, Mikey Sowers makes everybody's job so easy.
It's the Buffalo Bandits.
Dylan Ward, nice double team here. Dylan Ward has won a lot of big games, and when you're today, it hasn't looked good so far.
Yeah, more than midway through this first quarter, Chrome still scoreless. Water Dogs by 2 as Kieran McCardle takes a look from X. What a feed. McConvey is on the board. Hello, Thomas McConvey. The rookie's got his first PLL goal.
McConvey's plus 5,000 to win the Rookie of the Year award on DraftKings this morning. I suggest you log on and get involved with that number. This lefty can play.
For Kelly, for Water Dogs tonight, so far, no problem. Walker steps in. Scanoni with the answer. Still looking to find his footing in the PLL this year. Wisnauskas has his shot saved by Ward. There's McCardle at an assist in the first quarter. Tries to beat Scanoni on the dirt. Scanoni makes the save. Game held onto it, cleared the ball, and helped USA seal the win. Handley is chucked. Big collision near the goal line in the end zone for the Vikings here at TCO. And a timeout awarded to the Chrome.
Welcome to the PLL. Big Sam Handley dusted to the carpet. They don't mess around in this league. Look at Jake Higgins squaring up and showing the physical nature of this great sport.
That's a big object to move, 6'5", 230. Walker. Good ball movement, bouncing shot. Scanoni deflects it, it ricochets. Silver medalist with Team Canada in San Diego. Under 10 to shoot. Caraway fires for 2.
Step down city. Love the spacing on this play. Look at the way Caraway sets himself up really high off this left-handed dodge to the middle. He can catch, take the crow hop, and still be outside the 15-yard arc. McCardle picks up the dime. Caraway with the long-distance call.
At 8 a.m. like a maniac.
Led by the relief pitcher, Duran.
Flames on the scoreboard. Another stop from Dylan Ward.
A little one and done. Matt Kerwick, the OC, wants more ball movement. They're best when they're moving the ball around the perimeter. They got to move bodies, too.
Well, there it is. Morrill sets it up for Wisnauskas, and Chrome is on the board. If you're going to beat Dylan Ward tonight, you better make a play like that.
This attack should be really good with Nick Morrill, who picks up this assist, and Wisnauskas, the lefty finisher from Maryland. The parts are too good for this Chrome attack to be sputtering the way they have, and maybe this will get them going now. So you don't have to sub, so you go attack right away.
Anderson takes the shot, Ward with another save. It's the shoulder down against Alex Smith. That's the shorty they look to attack.
Yes, exactly. Now here comes the two-man game.
Sowers around the screen with some space on the setup. Walker stuffs it. Michael Sowers makes this game look easy sometimes. Ethan Walker's got his second goal tonight.
That's textbook. That's exactly what they talked about running in the huddle. It was well communicated. They're all on the same page. This is why you practice. Two-man game from the wing. Defense has to rotate upfield. You got to look to the backside. They find the matchup, they pick it like a scab, and then they execute. Layup by Walker.
Old Spice Putty. I hold matte finish.
Holiday rituals. Greeting extra guests with plenty of Ritz Cracker snacks and plenty of chairs.
Tarafinko winds it, leaves it for Hawes, takes the shot low, deflected around the crease by Mazzone. The rookie is everywhere. And now he starts transition the other way. Sowers, one more, fancy finish, McCardle. 3 helpers for Michael Sowers, and Kieran McCardle makes it 7-1 Water Dogs.
The creative game, the end-to-end, it's the running game here. Straight 3-on-2. McCardle showing good patience. A play that started with Mazzone, 10 in purple, coming up with a blocked shot, right? He went down low and snuffed that shot out himself. He got the grounder.
Getting physical. Look at the hammer on the feed. Morrill stopped by Ward.
Look at this. Okay, here's a great example, Drew. They win the faceoff. They still have defensive personnel with a 32-second shot clock. The clock's at 12 right now.
Well, this could be trouble. And Chrome on the board first in the second half. It is Greg Weil on a pole goal sprint to the cage. His PLL season debut, and he's got his first goal in a Chrome uniform.
Put that theory to rest. Weil, terrific speed, gets away with a Ward and a nice fake at the end. Water Dogs defense was pressing out. Weil, the lefty, 26 years old, Pittsford, New York. That's a Rochester suburb. He played at Mercyhurst D2 school, graduating.
How about that? A 2-bomb from Anderson, saved by Ward, like he did at Virginia. Sowers around the Connor screen. Back to 4 in purple, sets it up, McCardle. And number 6 in purple puts it home. 2 goals tonight for Kieran McCardle.
Tic-tac-toe starts with Sowers off the pick, draws the double team through X, one more in front. That's why they call it execution. It all starts with Sowers. He'll pick up the hockey assist here in the state of hockey.
Connor Farrell trying to escape Eli Gobrick, who's been taking the draws for Water Dogs. Farrell with a nice pass. Leads to a shot from Brendan Nichtern, and he puts it past Ward. Brendan Nichtern is on the board in this 2023 season. Last year's Rookie of the Year in his debut tonight.
Feels like the Chrome is a little more acclimated to this face-off strategy from the Water Dogs. Watch the dexterity. Morrill makes an amazing catch. Nichtern beats a sprawling Dylan Ward. Reading goalie. Look at how Ward comes out kind of low.
The first 3 weeks he was a little inefficient by his standards shooting, but he's been locked in tonight. Hanley, the big Amtrak on the way to the goal, stuffs it. And Chrome cut it to 4.
There's an assortment of riches on this Chrome offense, so I know it's got to be frustrating for their staff. Justin Anderson can get to the rack. Sam Hanley, 6'5", 230 pounds. Portland, Oregon. A freight train. He's Paul Bunyan with a lacrosse stick. And he gets to pay dirt. And you see the reaction from second-year pro Brendan Nickturn.
Manley watching Walker. Oh! Saved by Courier, and he goes flying over. Or was that Caraway?
Dana.
The Chrome kill off the penalty. Water Dogs now 0 for 3. Hanley with his back to the basket, turns and scores. And Sam Hanley has eclipsed his season total for goals with 2 tonight. And all of a sudden, it's a 3-goal game as the Chrome have scored 3 in a row.
When you think you know, but you want to be sure, get help with the Google app. Just tap the camera icon, choose homework, and double-check your work. Get homework help when you need it. Download the Google app today.
Sam Hanley has entered the chat. Hesitation move? Turn and rake, the big man is figuring it out. Rookie out of the University of Pennsylvania via Portland, Oregon. He's a load, you're gonna have to double team him, and then we'll get to see his passing skills. Breakout night for Sam Hanley. And you know, like the calendar's different for all these athletes. Coming out of college, some guys need to hit the reset button at a 2 or 3 week break.
McIntosh with space. Ward turns it aside. Slams the door. 11 saves tonight. A turnover, though, by Water Dogs. Morrill 1-on-none, and he cashes in. A 4-goal run for the Chrome here in the third quarter. We got ourselves a game in mini.
Wild scramble. Chrome just playing fast. They're playing harder now, making things happen off the ground. Here it is, the turnover created. Look at that tie-up and takedown. That's vicious. And then Morrill, he's being baited by Ward. Watch this goalie try to bait the shooter. He'll drop his stick down low and pump it, pump it, pump it. Morrill's not buying those fakes. He's not being baited. He dictates the action. 1-2 fakes, and he jams it to net.
McConvey on the setup. An alley-oop to Ethan Walker, who's got a hat trick tonight. And that stops the bleeding.
See Farrell working on his stick, working his handle off some of these face-off wins, but this turnover proves costly. And this is a big goal in this game. I just got a sense that the game was getting away from the Water Dogs, and this slam dunk from Walker, who's been the beneficiary of some good passing. McConvey picks up the assist.
That last goal for the Water Dogs ended a 4-0 Chrome run. A 2-bomb from Hanley. Ward makes the save, and a clean save at that. The screen with 5 left in the third quarter. Sowers got to go. Walker can't control, and Scanoni extinguishes the chance at the end of that third quarter.
The old school Fogo guys, man, they're
Dogs working on the short stick demon. He comes upfield and scoots and scores! Ryan Conrad, the first goal of this PLO Cash App Championship. Dogs on top.
Some players are meant for the big stage. That's one guy. Sometimes in the middle of the season he can disappear. career. He's a national champion. He's a world champion. He's a PLL champion. And this time, Ryan, he goes to the rack. That's Ryan Conrad.
And your point guard, in last year's championship, he had 3 goals. So you're going to see him split right to left. Archer's not prepared or don't want to slide. They trust Rogers, and Conrad takes that extra step upfield to increase his shooting angle and find some space right in the 5-hole of...
Plenty of time on the shot clock. Shot score! Mac O'Keefe continues his torrid shooting to tie this game up at 1 apiece.
You turn on the tape. What's patented Mac O'Keefe? It's low to high, pure gas. He knows there's a scout on him. No one scored more goals in NCAA history at Penn State than Mac O'Keefe. He's got a couple bags in his trick. This one is called low to low, right behind the 2-pointer. He could smell it, Ryan.
And then after the sub game, that's to watch the Archers team.
Bouncer, wide, Moore with the rebound though. Shot left-handed. Wardo, sharp. Progressive game flow in the bottom of the screen. Shot, score! Did somebody say 22 needs to get involved? I believe Q did. I believe you did as well, RB. And he does. 2-1 Dogs. Shoots. Tried to use a screen that time, but
you have to step up field when you're shooting against Dylan Ward.
Ogden for 2!
Schreiber hit the nail on the head. You can't replace Fields 1-to-1. So who are the guys to step up? Last week in the semifinal, Clark, you said don't be surprised if it's this guy right here, Ogden.
Absolutely. Out in Salt Lake City, he popped Cotter. There was something about the way he moved, his aggressive nature towards the cage. And like we talked earlier about Ament not throwing a bounce pass on this type of wet surface, this is the time, though, to shoot a bounce shot because it is firing 94 miles.
Here's the clear.
Reggie, on you here.
Going on Witcher, trying to use a pick. Good look. Amen inside, scores!
There's the extra step. The big body Ward. How do you beat him, Ryan?
You got to hitch, get him engaged, and then throw a skip pass. So you're going to see on this, right here, you see Chris Sabia. He's looking around like, where did my guy go? He was staring at the ball, then he comes back, and Grant Ament snuck around.
Back where he wants to be.
There's Sowers and Courier working a 2-man game. Courier gets it back.
Does on this play. We talked about the strength. Look at him. Look at those shoulders, Cotter. He's got 2 strong, healthy shoulders. He sits down, feels the defender, steps away, and buries the shot from 5 yards. It's really uncoverable. You got to send the double team.
Very strong-handed, though, right? When you talk about Ed Williams,
he's strong right-handed, and I mean, there's Matt Rambo's strong left-handed. But
so it works out perfectly.
But you still can't stop him. You know it's coming. Defensively, there, what you want to do is turn him, but you got to send the double team underneath. And the challenge for teams in this league is, do you have 2 strong, stout defenders that can match up with both? Last week, we saw the Archers did. They had Scott Ratliff on Rambo. That's what, a 50-pound size difference?
Ben Rubior, head coach of the Atlas, told you earlier this week he's going to start with Rex Rode on Zed and Tucker Durkin on Rambo, right? See how that works out. Ball knocked up in the air, picked up by Chris Gray. Trying to get out of trouble in the middle of the field. Van Raphorst now picks it up. We'll get it over and back, though. Gray did have possession and went back to the other side of the field. Now Matt Palin explaining how he's settled down a little bit here in the early going. Got some broken hardware. As a shot taken on the run in the middle of the field. Got to clear that up, and we do.
Chanenchuk, 1 in the green jersey. He's got such a snappy and quick release. From cradle to the ball is in the air.
Jackson Reed, number 29 in the game this week for Whipsnakes. Young man out of Ohio State, Canadian.
You see they send the double there quickly that time?
Right.
Good, eyes up, eyes
Whips got the defender hung up, guy in front open. Great save by Concannon. He's been hot lately, and he continues that string here in Utah.
He's been unbelievable this summer from close range in particular, 6 yards and in. He is super light on his feet, good size, so explosive.
Here's Jeff Teat. He's working on Matt Dunn. That's a really good matchup to keep an eye on. Aiken. Now the slide comes. Costabile. Look to work on Warner. Tough angle, trying to get back upfield. Got to his right, just got a little bit of a better angle, but not quite enough. Inside the crease, turnover, goes to Whips.
Costabile, that was a big-time opportunity because he had the space there. And while I thought initially he beat Ty Warner, Warner digs in at the last minute. And
out of the stick of Bertrand. Jones on a big ground ball. He's got green space. Set up, Reardon kicks it away. Bertrand on the rebound. Goes through the legs. Charlie Bertrand, welcome to SportsCenter.
That's got to be the highlight of the weekend, and we still got some game to play, but what a save by Reardon. Bertrand, come on! One-handed between his legs. He quickly scoops this up. Right-handed, one-handed, between his legs. Charlie Bertrand, are you kidding me?
Didn't have to do him like that.
Ooh! That little bounce kicks up right over Reardon's leg. SportsCenter top 10 for sure. Yeah, they don't give you a lot of gimme saves so you can get in rhythm.
Cloutier, will he do it again? He does! There it is, right? Like, how do you track that? That's a joke.
Towers, he said, we need Cloutier. We need him more production. He needs to give us at least 2 today. Meanwhile, he's got 2, and both are highlight reel worthy plays.
Yeah, they got Cloutier. And let me tell you, this is improv ability at its highest degree.
You'll know Newman all over him. Moore will shoot from 2, not even close. Behind the back score from Schreiber. That's unbelievable at the 46.5-second mark, closing the gap to 2.
And Schreiber throws it down the field, throws back to Moore. Glacini actually blocks that, and Schreiber picks up the loose ball. And behind the back, why not? Increase your shooting angle.
Big physical presence. Tough to knock off his line. Scoop shot
No,
scores!
no.
Get it on SportsCenter top 10.
Dylan Malloy had a big game in the first matchup between these two.
Yeah, Manny got rid of that because he was about to step in the crease, so it would have been a violation going back in.
Williams, the lefty, shoots, scores.
And those second shot possessions are so tricky.
Back to his left. Trying to get some type of a shooting angle, and does. Look how quick his hands are.
He's just so shifty.
Rogers. Picked off. 3-on-2 the other way. It's Moore. Trainer all by himself, and he beats Scanoni. Bardwell's got a wide open look. Instead, a beautiful pass, and Wisnauskas finishes it. Trainer, physical on the outside with Jackson Moe. Now that's Trainer, defensive player, going against an offensive player in the field game. Williams wanted to crank up that left-handed shot. Got inside the arc. Great angle, a little bit shorter distance. Peacock, that's scary. Full head of steam, and finds Rogers in front. Possession here, Williams. And he was on Wisnauskas. Yeah. Now Williams inside, that's the left hand, and he finishes. Maybe with a long pull. Malloy, he's got plenty in his repertoire, and he beats Rashuda.
Got him right here.
Smith, who's a pretty big guy himself, defensive midfielder in the field game. Rogers. Rogers had a really good last couple of games. He's not the biggest guy, a lot more slick than big in terms of this Chrome team.
during the regular season, but 12 points coming into today.
Ogden shoots and beats Scanoni on the run.
And he's been the revelation for Archers.
Over to Ament, and Ogden now, he'll start it from this corner. On Rogers. Beautiful pass and a score. Now that's a great pass to Holman right in front. Beautiful look. Heacock. Oh, it went in. Heacock couldn't corral it, but it deflected off of him past Washuda.
Yeah, the pass was actually intended for the Chrome player behind Heacock. I believe it was Morrill. It was Jackson Morrill.
DeSimone, quick pass to Manny. Scanoni up to the task. Now it's a 2-on-1 the other way. Bardwell finishes.
Like, they got to be feeling good offensively.
No question. That's not like Magic and James Worthy on the break. Oh, but Trainer beats Scanoni.
Sean Scanoni wasn't in cage.
Trainer shoots and scores. So there you go. Trainer with yet another goal. He's been the offensive star on the night for Archer. Malloy up top. He's going to shoot from 2 and scores. Well, that's the momentum killer the Archers had to start the second half. Anderson. Around here to Williams. Williams offhand scores. Has not been the Amons, the Holmans, the Mannies.
Try and spin up. Working on the shorty. Tries that move again. Got free this time and scores. If it doesn't work once, try it again. Might be able to get it the second time, and Dordevic does.
Physically, he pops because he's a blend of muscle and speed and quickness. Throwing a little skill, too. Watch the placement of this shot. So he attacks the short stick and absolutely smokes Trainer, and then
behind the cage to Sherilyn Beatties. That was a tough thing. He was going to increase it. Score! Just as the horn sounds. Scores! That's how phenomenal it is.
Quick early offense from Cannons off of the turnover. You get the ball to Asher Nolting. He aggressively goes right to the rack. A nice little rub pick by Bubba Fairman. And Holman just backdoors Durkin, who's looking to help here. But this is the Cannons offense in a nutshell. It's Nolting, 20 goals, 20 assists coming in, and Holman, league leader in points.
So they develop that chemistry off the field, and you can see it translate on field as well.
They do not waste any time. Kyle Hartzell, the veteran on this young unit of long poles, buries that one, and it's 2-0 in the blink of an eye. You've got Rawl and Wayne, 2 youngsters, and then you throw in Hartzell, who's the veteran, and he's the one who finds the back of the net.
The old-timer, the veteran, coming into today, Atlas last in the league in turnovers, north of 20 per game. You saw in the first 2 possessions, Atlas turned the ball over, and Cannons immediately attacked directly off of that. Win the whistle, Charlotte.
Atlas defense has got to communicate through that. They got to be ready if they want to stop.
Inflicted wounds.
Here's Pennell up top. Kirstel shoots from 2 and scores. Now we got a little pushing and shoving.
To that exact point you just made.
Dave, look at that pass. Look at that pass and goal. Smithers on the receiving end. Little touch pass.
How does Dane Smith do it? I mean, he's got a defender draped all over it. But I love how aggressive he was coming out of the box. Again, it's a 5-on-5 scenario. You can see Sexton with that hold, and Glazner just hedges for a split second on that roll. So often when you see an offense, remarkable body control and stick work by Smith.
Used to say back when we used to wear the bucket helmets, when you see the laces, that's when you make your move. Could get a shot here from Paul, and we do, and it's a goal. And it's Owen Grant. You and I talked before this game, and you said anyone should just never leave the field.
To me,
Harris feeding the crease, shot in the goal. It's Matt Moore. We've been seeing him more at attack with Grant Ament out of the box, and it's Archers in transition. Latrell Harris with a nice move to get free and set up Moore.
Latrell Harris is a two-way stud who can bring it from defense to offense. And Matt Moore is your chameleon. When he played at the University of Virginia, they put him at attack, midfield, insert.
Dropped by Bryland Reese.
Oh, look at
Gets
that.
it back, shoots and scores! In an eye blink, 2-zip Water Dogs.
It's Courier, it's Reese. When Withers comes back, he gets involved. Courier gets a loose ball. What's new? Heads up play finding Reese.
This time.
Too much stick swinging. What an amazing deke that is with the long.
What a skip pass by Jeff.
Off specialist can stay on and can add value to the offense away from the ball in the pick game.
The Ryder Garnsey keeping possession, rolling and spinning before it's finally taken away. He scores! What a goal!
I need the coffee he was drinking this morning.
How did he maintain possession?
You talk about an adrenaline rush of a week for Ryder Garnsey. Quint captured that in his interview. The best week of his life. Well, keep it rolling, Ryder.
I mean, this is an escape artist. You can see the loose ball. Garnsey picks it up while on the turf. Avoids, I don't know, 10 checks. Multiple defenders. They were last in transition last season.
Good look. That's what he does so well, isn't it? Number 7, Jeff T.
And
was guilty.
There it is.
On the slash. And O'Keefe buries it from distance.
95 miles an hour of smoke, and watch how he kind of dips the stick underneath the defensive pressure, Ryan.
For me, it's O'Keefe's release.
Yeah.
It's ultra quick. It's so hard to read as a goalie. Now that signature underhand, is he keeping it low? Is he yanking it back? You can see he also kind of shifts his body. Watch his body drift to the right a little bit on this release. Just an added level of deception for Gittleman to have to navigate.
And a lot of times you see shooters, Cotter, they extend their arms and they have a big swooping motion.
Shot got through Thompson. Maybe this is save, makes another one. Hit the goalie stick.